If you're new here, my name is Dr. Jessica. I'm a naturopathic doctor, and I help people with their healing by connecting mind, body, and spirit into their healing journey. Perimenopause and menopause are really huge stages of transition for women. Not only are their hormones fluctuating, they can lead to emotional changes, physical changes, irritability, not sleeping, the whole 9 yards. You get a combo of physical symptoms and emotional symptoms and mental symptoms as well. Things like brain fog and difficulty concentrating. And oftentimes when women go in, to discuss these mood changes, sometimes their doctors are just going to prescribe them an antidepressant. And I think that we can do better than just doing that. Again, nothing wrong with having an antidepressant. Sometimes it can be very helpful, but my gripe with the system is that we're using it as a blanket, and we could go a little bit deeper. Now, of course, there's hormonal therapies, there's herbal therapies, there's working with diet and lifestyle, nutrition that we can also do to support this as well. But what I want to talk about is that these are not just physical or mental or emotional shifts. There's also a spiritual shift that happens during this time that no one is talking about. Because we become less resilient as we're going through this phase, this is oftentimes when women start to ask, am I living the life I actually want? Am I walking in my purpose? What am I even doing? I'm not even happy. Or can I be happy? And it's not uncommon to experience things like anxiety during this time. And I often find that sometimes this, just sitting in this uncomfortability is often a sign that your soul is asking you for more. It's asking you to realign and to reconnect. I find this really interesting because in traditional Chinese medicine that we call the going through menopause or that phase the second spring. And I often connect this as it being a new phase in a woman's life. So I like to think that when we look at this phase, not just from a physical perspective, when we incorporate body, mind, and spirit into this, and we start to also work with realigning to our soul purpose or to whatever our higher self or our soul is asking of us, I think this is the perfect time to do that as well. And we need to also incorporate that into how we are working with, perimenopause and menopause. Because again, not just body and mind, got to bring in the spirit aspect as well to be truly, mind, body, spirit medicine or whole health medicine. So what are some things you can do to help support this on the spiritual side? Say you don't have a spiritual practice, adding in things like meditation. This is going to help you kind of sit with yourself, to reconnect with yourself, to figure out, what do I even want? What does my higher self want? What is in alignment with my goals? What are my goals right now? A lot of times we get so caught up and this change happens and we have this shift sometimes. This is where something like journaling can help, because you can sit and have that stream of consciousness and really put pen to paper about what do you want in your life? Like, what is in alignment? What does joy look like at this stage in your life? Really important to connect these pieces. This is also where exercises like breath work can come into play, can be really helpful in kind of moving through the different moods we may have. Sometimes there's a lot of anger that comes up during this time, or frustration because, when those hormones drop, you don't have as much resilience and you get more irritable sometimes. So working with the breath can help you move through these cycles. So there's all these different aspects, from journaling to meditation to, yoga to breath work that could help support this spiritual aspect of what you may be going through when going through perimenopause, menopause. So my goal is always to empower and to educate you, to help you put all these pieces together. If you feel like you need some guidance, you can click on the link down below to work with me one-on-one. I have some options available for you there. So just know that you don't have to go through this alone, and that you have some support. And again, you are not alone. You're not broken. You are not crazy, but you may be going through perimenopause and menopause and just need to kind of pull everything together. So I hope that this was helpful and that you've learned something. As always, if you have any questions, go ahead and leave them down below in the comments. And if this resonated, then go ahead and share it with someone, because it really does help other people find the channel. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next video. Bye.